Hello, Hexicans! What an awesome time we had, right? The pulse chain phase is over. We have so many things to discuss. Today is going to be a fun stream with Patrick here talking about the pulse chain aftermath, everything that happened in the pulse chain sacrifice phase, and always also what will happen next. And we have a big surprise for everybody. Maybe you have heard us talking about that. We will make a big Hex promo tour in the future, not that far future. I think it's going to be a couple of weeks and then it's going to start. And we talk about that at the end of the stream. So first, let's talk about what is going on in the crypto market right now. Patrick, I see you have the chart here up. So let's bring that up and let's see what the crypto market is doing, right?
Yes, of course. So hello from my side as well. Hello, everybody out there. Sorry for not doing like an English stream for nearly a month or something. You guys are so awesome in the English community. It's like a 24-hour English live stream going on. And that's why we decided, okay, I guess English language is covered. We are able to speak in different languages as well. So let's go even more with our German community. And as it turned out, it really worked out as well. So we increased our German community for about 30% within the last week, and not last week, so weeks. Yeah. So during the first 5 days of the sacrifice phase, luckily most people came in then. Some people a bit later, but as it looks like right now, everybody is happy again. I guess it's pretty hard, especially if you do what our strategy or what we give as a strategy or as an idea for people. Of course, no financial advice, but we like to give ideas for new people how to survive on the crypto market without getting wrecked.
Patrick, you said that everybody is happy, but this is not true. Only if you're a Hexican, you are happy, because if you're in Ethereum or anything else, then you have high gas fees right now. I see Baggio saying gas fees are cheap today, right? So, and he's making this smiley face. We're going to talk about that first, but your chart here, what is going on there?
Yeah, so let's recap the last few weeks, what we have in Hex. We had an awesome run up to 20 cents. Then we had like, a weekend. This is like a weekend candle. I can show you some of those candles. Where is the weakest weekend? Those are like the weakest weekends candles we have right there. It was like back in November last year. And this is also like a huge weak hands candle, I would call it. And this is opportunity, what you see right here.
Yes.
So especially if you're new to the crypto markets, you need to understand crypto markets are the most volatile markets we have in this world. So they go up and down a lot. But if you're in the right ones, they tend to go more up than down, and it's like up and to the right and up and to the right. And if you have a look at the bigger picture, it's like really up and to the right and up and to the right and up. And here you have this weekend shake off. It's called the big payday, or it was called the big payday. And again, more to the right, up and 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 to the right. Let's see what happens next. And actually, what I see right now is there is a low risk of that we go back in this zone back here. It would only happen, I don't know like how this can happen right now, but crypto markets are irrational sometimes. So that's like the risk you have here on the table. But let's look at the opportunity. The opportunity is that you see a huge support zone, only this wick down here. I will go in the 4-hour chart because then you see like how fast this went. Even you see that it's like the 4-hour chart. So if you were sleeping around that time, you overslept it totally. And what opportunity we have right here in front of us, I have is the orange lines. So here is the current upward trend, and we have like possible outbreaks coming to 22 or even 33 cents, in my opinion. If we get really lucky and something And maybe there is some problem in the new software after the fork, which happened today in Ethereum, and a lot of guys might look into something else and something better. We might even get a breakout to the 56 cents.
So you were just mentioning Ethereum, and a lot of people were hoping because of the update the fees would go down, but actually we see the total opposite, right? Of course, the prices are going up today, and maybe this is why the gas fees are high again. But as it seems to me,
speaking about gas fees
will not go down in the future.
So
right?
Speaking about gas fees, guys, it's they are even more volatile than the crypto prices. And a couple of days ago, we made our German stream, and then there I really had the opportunity on the live stream to show them, because we saw literally 21 way up to 130 way within the 1 hour and 20-minute period during our live stream. And it's just crazy. And as it looks like even this new update who tended to solve that isn't solving anything. And when Ethereum makes volume, fees are high. It's like even, what's wrong here? Gas tracker isn't working anymore. Let's bring down the stream share. So let's bring it down.
Yeah.
I guess we have talked enough about, because we are not TA experts or analysts or something like that. We just want to give you an idea. Crypto prices are volatile. They are just based on buyers and sellers. And yeah,
people still love your TA, and this is why we started talking about that, because the price in Ethereum is like really high right now. We have the gas fees, we covered all that, but now, and maybe we can bring up the price chart again, because what I would like to do is talk about the first 5 days of the sacrifice phase, and maybe interview you a little bit, and maybe I can talk about my first 5 days of the phase as well. How did you do, Patrick? What was the Crypto Sparbuch plan? What did we advise to our community, and what did everybody do?
Yes, of course. So back a few weeks ago, on our last streams, our strategy was pretty clear, and I guess shown as well, that we will go dollar cost average strategy within the first 5 days of the sacrifice phase, because we just looked at the facts, and the facts were in the first 5 days you won't have any time loss. And then we got the announcement of the sacrifice phase being happening soon, and cryptocurrency markets tend to break out on announcements. And that's what happened here. So actually, I guess it was, I need a calendar. Can you bring up the calendar on your screen? I don't know anymore. Like when was the first day of the?
It seems so far away already, right?
Chat, please give me the one. When was the first day of the sacrifice phase?
Oh yeah, now we need to check.
Definitely not in August, man.
Not in August. Give me a second here. So, man,
do you have saved our live streams?
Sorry, guys. I'm here with my calendar, and it's all full of appointments here. Does anybody in the chat know when the sacrifice actually started? The day of the sacrifice phase? That would be awesome. Somebody could just take that in really quick.
Days ago.
On the 15th.
Can you look in this?
Here we have Satoshi Hextoshi saying the 15th of July it was.
15th. Yeah, the 12th was the announcement. Then we got the breakout candles of the announcement, and on the 15th it started. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So on the first day,
our first live sacrifice was here is 14 cents, and then those are daily candles, and you see we got a really good average here in those first 5 days.
So we made our plan on how much to sacrifice every day in the first 5 days, and obviously we also wanted to have some liquid powder for later on. And this is when the gambling started a little bit, because some in the community said, okay, I will skip the first 5 days, I will hope for a price appreciation later on and sacrifice then. The Crypto Sparbuch community, I think, went the safe way. And,
I guess
went
like
way better with that,
between
right?
60 and 90% of all the people sacrificed about 60 to 90% or 60 to 100% of the amount they wanted to.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is that I got in the first 5 days, and I got just a little bit more for later on because I was hoping for the price pump. But unfortunately, the price pump never happened. The opposite of what everybody else was thinking did happen. The price went down. So I guess a lot of people plan to sacrifice, maybe gamble too hard, and have not as much pulse now as they intended to.
Okay, so that's what you mean. That's your okay. That was your conclusion. I was like, to which point do you want to get right now?
Yeah. I gambled myself, but it wasn't that bad. I just did with a little bit
Because
of my liquid.
right now, as it looks like, each and everybody with the strategy did quite well, because they bought their hex before it was over this green line, because the announcement happened here, and we already say it weeks and weeks and weeks in advance, like, yeah, go into hex with your money before you sacrifice. So most of the people got in before here, sacrificed in this area in the first 5 days, and right now they are happy, even if they did not sacrifice like 100% of the intended amount.
Exactly. Metallic Elmo is saying, for example, I dollar cost average in days 1 to 5, then last one day, day 17. So what was the price of day 17? We all hoped that it would be higher, but it was not too high at day 17, right?
Yeah.
From 15, like
It should be the first
or second, something like this. Yeah.
something here, no?
I always ballpark anyways.
So like day 17 or what?
Yes.
Yeah. So day 17 gave you like kind of a cashback. So you were late, but you got 75% back on a fixed volume bonus.
So yeah, a lot of people hope for that, and if you're a small fish, it actually turned out pretty well, right? Sacrificing on the 17 days.
Not that bad.
Not that bad. Yeah.
So the thing is, if you sacrificed up here 16% versus here about 13%, you have like a 20% difference. And additionally, because you did not better on day 17 as in the first 5 days, you got like a 25 to 30% hit.
So Patrick, are you happy with the sacrifice phase, how everything turned out, and especially for yourself? Are you happy with all you sacrificed?
Yes, I'm really happy with all my sacrifice. I'm happy with my position. I'm looking forward to maybe see a final rich list, but no expectations in Hexland. I know that the developers are really busy to get everything done and ready to build the new user interfaces. So the blockchain, when it comes to the blockchain, you have like two sides of it. You have the technical side where all the coding is, all the technical stuff, and you have the user interfaces. And that's why we need some more time right now. And Richard also says, okay, we want to be nice. So each and every other community has some time to be able to build the new user interfaces for their coin on the Pulse chain. And yeah, that's why we will need about, I don't know, I don't want to give any time frame actually, because even Richard can say in 2 weeks, a long time, like he did before Hex started. So, but he always says Pulse is going better than Hex, like the steps, you know.
Every time when Richard Hart was streaming, I thought it would be like 4 more weeks, just like Metallic Elmo is saying right now, 4 more weeks, right? And then I thought it's like right ahead. But in the last couple of streams, he mentioned it could have been months, or it could be months, right? Or 1 or 2 months till we can finally start playing with our Pulse and start doing all the awesome transaction. And
I mean, I guess the playing stuff will start pretty soon, because the playing stuff will start as soon as Richard releases the public testnet.
And maybe at this point we can take a question from the chat. So Farah is saying, also, what are options for off ramps from Pulse into fiat and something like this support on MetaMask. Do we have any information about stuff like this from Richard? I know he mentioned that he is on it. He already signed the license, and now he's just waiting for a confirmation.
But Richard said one minimum thing to be able to go on the, not to be able, but to go on the live network will be the bridge from the Pulse chain to the Ethereum chain. Then he said he's not an expert on bridges and didn't explain it in detail. And sorry, guys, I'm also not able to explain this bridge stuff in detail. So I'm also not researching like anything I can about it, because I just know that we have smart enough people in our community who are experts on bridges, and as it looks like Richard finally got together the right people. When I started, what was your impression of the community back before day one?
Back before day one, it was a big bunch of people that were disorganized. Nobody knew anything, and everybody was throwing out information, even though they were wrong or right, doesn't matter. It was a bunch. Nowadays, we have a professional Hexican team. Like in every chat, there are awesome people answering all the questions. It's like so much better now.
Yeah, it's so much better now. But even back on day one, that was actually my point. But thanks for destroying it. I got better help than in the last 3 years on the crypto market. Being in Bitcoin and Ethereum and shitcoins.
Well, this is because we had Richard Hart with all the admins from day one. When you said something wrong, well, they told you, man. They told you.
Yeah, they told you, and they still tell you. So if you're like sensitive with your feelings, don't go into the Hex trading chat, for example.
Yeah, the Hexicans chats are always bad if you're like, if you have weak skin, right? Or thin skin.
Yeah. So, it's like, or if you sometimes it's also the way how you formulate your questions. And if you formulate like your questions in the same way as all the not so smart people are doing, so like speak a bit more than like Van Moon or something like that,
Yeah, just finalize a right question, right? Then you will get a good answer for 100%.
Exactly.
So something interesting I see here as well is somebody saying, I think that Richard waits for the dip to 10K BTC, maybe. Launch at bottom bear market again. Is this what happened the last time with Hex?
Actually, I guess that it might take more time this time in order for Bitcoin to go to that level, because there is too much institutional FOMO right now, and that's why I think this cycle might be extended from 1 year to 1.5 years.
Yeah, sure. Who knows? It is crypto. I do not understand the argument that a lot of people say that is, well, crypto is so big, we have institutions now, so crypto is not going to be as volatile anymore. I don't think that at all.
No,
I think it's going to be
not.
always volatile as hell. It is still crypto, right?
Yeah, and volatility also means opportunity. So if you need to trade, then also volatility is huge opportunity. And if you want to hold and earn interest on your money trustlessly while just leaning back and doing nothing, or do live streams with us, or meet us in America, we come to that, and
good that
just
you
lean
mentioned.
back, and earn interest, and just dollar cost average in, make your staking ladder, and then you can see what happens with your portfolio, and maybe the price even gets so high that you not even need all your interest.
So what you were explaining right now is just a normal day a Hexican has, right? Really chilled and relaxed, not watching TA all the time and watching the charts all day. But you mentioned
no,
also
we can focus on onboarding. That's pretty nice, And during and while doing that, we can also say, yeah, I give you some of my hacks, just try it out. We have our Crypto Sparbook onboarding account, and we will go through the country. And if I get like debates with some crypto enthusiasts, I can just say, yeah, give me your wallet address. I send you 100 hacks and try it out. Try it out before you talk shit about it.
You just mentioned our tour as well. Do you have anything else to talk about Ethereum or what is going on? Because then we can change to another topic if you want.
No, so like just to sum it up on the Pulse chain topic, please just lean back and enjoy your trustless interest in Hex a few days more, and maybe some more price appreciation in the Hex price. And when it comes to Pulse, just give the developers a couple of days more until they are ready for the user interfaces, until finally all the data is where it belongs, and that we can open up the public testnet.
All right, so guys, at this point, I think we will change our topic to the most important thing that is there, for me at least. It is onboarding people and promoting Hex, and we have so many things planned, right? So
yes,
at this point,
a lot of things
guys,
planned.
feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, of course, and as we said before, we made a little break for English streams, but they are back now. They will coming back every week. We'll do at least one English stream, right? Because
I guess there will be more, but at least that, yeah. So if from our side, no expectations, and we will release the information as they come. And we have planned some nice things ahead already, and still waiting until I have 100% proof that it will be like I want it to be, and then we can have an awesome time in America altogether.
Exactly what Patrick is talking about is, of course, our US America tour. We're gonna ride across all the different states, but what we Hexicans do is to never give promises and never make expectations, right? So we can talk a little bit about the things that we wanted to do in the past, and then maybe explain how everything is evolving. It is like going crazy. It's like going exploding like a bomb right now. So when we started our idea to make this American road trip, what was the main focus? All we wanted to do.
I mean, you need to start like one step ahead.
All right.
We were like with a lot of restrictions in our old countries, actually seeking for going out and leave the countries and like just live a life in freedom, and hopefully as well in financial freedom. Thanks to the design of Richard Hart, we are able to do that right now, and we don't want to hide anywhere. So we want to go around and show everybody how awesome the cryptocurrencies invented by Richard are. And
well, when we started, when I came to you with this idea, obviously Patrick said, man, we're gonna do that right away. But first it was all fun. All we wanted to do is go to all the states and meet the Hexicans and have just fun. But what happened then?
And we, like, the first thing we planned, like, buy an old cheap car, and then just make a few states, in a couple of weeks, and meet some people we met in Vegas, and then call it a day. But so now some things change,
The car we wanted to buy was an old Ford Crown, right?
It would be 2008 model.
2008. For this Hex price, it would be so inappropriate to drive a car like this. And the cars we have right now, we already got them. Everything is signed. We cannot show them to you yet because they are not done. They're not quite done as I want them, because I want them really colorful. I want them with a lot of things on it. So you guys, it will be awesome when we show it to you.
We can say it will be German cars,
German cars, yes. Not the cars that you will always see on my hat I had a couple of weeks ago. Other German cars that I beautifully love those cars. They're great.
So guys, first of all, you can decide which car goes in front. So we were thinking like, okay, depending on the hex pulse ratio, this car leads, but you can decide like which car needs to lead.
So yeah, here you got it already. So first we want to buy one car. Now we are up to 2 cars, and well, beautiful fast cars they're gonna be. But maybe we can talk a little bit about the maps. We have a lot of people watching right now and saying, hey, come to this place, come to this place. And this is exactly what we want to do, right? We want to go to every single state where the most Hexicans are, have meetups, and have workshops as well. We talked about the onboarding. So we want to bring new Hexicans and the old Hexicans, make a workshop, show them how to be your own bank, earn trustless interest with Hex and pull chain, of course.
Exactly. So what we did as of right now, we created a new Telegram group, a subscription group where you can comment and then you can go in the open chat room. And there we are asking the people to leave their state and city if they want to get visited by the Crypto Sparbuch. And as of right now, we are thinking about doing a lot of months of going through America. It actually depends a bit on the border control until they believe us that we are just tourists who love America, which is just the truth. We can like continue our trip and only need to leave every 3 months for a few days. Let's see how this works out. So what is our idea? The idea is to start in Vegas because Crypto Sparbuch will do the whole thing together in cooperation with freedomtv.info, with T-Money and the Rainmaker from Las Vegas. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for doing everything together with us. And you are really the best team we can imagine, and this will gonna be a real awesome time. So
let's talk about the map,
route,
right?
Yeah,
the route, because we have people already saying California. Now we have 2 people saying Austin. Yes, the cities we just mentioned, we will meet. We'll go there 100%. Patrick will design a map with a lot of points, right, where we want to go.
And this is where you guys come in the background. We will design the map because it's hard to show to you,
But
that's why we are asking about state and city. And then what we are going to do is we write your Telegram handle and make a dot. And of course, if you comment in the chat, then you can write whatever you want to. So if you want to organize a meetup together with us, together with our team, if you have an idea in your mind, in a nice restaurant, where you can meet a room or an afternoon or an evening, or if you just or even if you want to drive with us, if you say, okay, in this week they are in my state, and then I go with my car or with my wife and join the convoy. Everything is possible here. And
but first things first, we need to make the shout out to everybody who's watching right now to go to our Telegram chat, right?
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about the Telegram chat?
Mello already has the chat links more or less ready, so people can start to join. That we put it in the chat.
So Mello will put the links in the chat, and maybe you can explain what did we do with the Telegram chat. We have 3 different Telegram chats. They all work a little bit different too. They work a little bit different. What is the idea behind that?
I mean, it's just a subscription group first, and if you click on comment, you get to the open chat group where we have like the usual compound spam and scam protection, which is not working 100%. You know that if you're in the English Hex Telegram groups, it's always the same. That's how Telegram works. But about the route, so the idea is to start in September, to go from Nevada first to the northern parts of California, like San Francisco and up there, and then go in the northern states until, I don't know, Chicago, maybe when it's nice, a few days to Canada, and then to even Boston and New York, and then go down for New Year or Christmas to Miami, Florida, and drive next year back from Miami over some states there to Texas, make Los Angeles maybe in February and be back in Vegas for the beginning of March. So that's like my basic idea, but it's up to you guys. The community will decide. And yesterday I just realized if we don't have any problems at the border, we can just hop to Canada, go back, hop to Mexico, go back, visit some Hexicans in Puerto Rico, come back. If that is possible, then we are unlimited with our time, because we are Hexicans living in freedom, and our goal is to promote Hex and Pulse and have an awesome time during that.
Maybe we have to bribe the border patrol a couple of times. And so, as you just
don't mention that on the YouTube stream.
Patrick, we just know a couple of states, a couple of points where we need to be. You mentioned Vegas, you mentioned New York, and then we between of that we have a couple of points too. So Mello just texted Telegram chats. In the chat it is t.me/US road trip and also US road trip chat. And in this one chat, you get all the information that you need from us. And in the other one, you can participate and write and maybe start planning things if you want to do something in your city.
Let's start communicating. So my idea is just like, let's talk, guys. And if you want to do something, we have a team right now who can help you. We have cars right now who are able to drive to you, and we want to come to everybody. You got to know us in Vegas. It was like meeting old friends, because we were talking so much on the Telegram chats and all that. So I don't care if some parts of the community are against other parts of the community or something like that. We want to come to everybody. Everybody who wants to make a meetup together with us is welcome to do that. And I put together this chat for speaking about all that, and I hope we can come to a nice conclusion, and together we are able to plan an awesome time ahead of us.
And also the people can drive with us in the convoy, right? So we are driving with our cars. We have a film team as well, and you guys can just drive in front or in the back too. So what I wanted to say though is that if you want to plan something in your city, of course, get in contact with us. But what we are planning, Patrick and I, is the workshop as well. So maybe we can talk about the workshop. You already had a lot of thoughts about that. What are we using? What are we doing? Talk a little bit about the workshop we are doing.
So like how the workshop should look like, and how I think a good onboarding process would look like, or
exactly.
What do you mean?
And then what tools we are going to use for that.
Okay, yeah. So basically it should be always in a location where we have like some separated area as well, where people can write down a seed phrase. I made a lot of research, and I came to the conclusion that we will go ahead with Fireban and Steph, with the Stake App guys, because they are doing an awesome job. They are in the game for more than 15 years as well, and they will get there, and they are getting there. I had a really close look on like the evolvement of the Stake app since its version 1. I know they are really busy programming. I know they are really busy in getting more and more done, to really make this the killer app of crypto. Everybody is used to do their banking transaction on an app as well. So why not be able to do all your crypto transaction or the sensible stuff on an application as well? And there are a lot of advantages when it comes to the Stake app compared to MetaMask. And I also like security model and all that stuff compared to a hardware wallet as well. And with the Gnosis Smart Safe, which is like the wallet of the Stake app you get there, it's not a totally closed system, so it will be possible to attach a hardware wallet maybe in the future, that you have like a two-factor authentication when your portfolio grows to a certain amount, where you say, okay, I want to increase my security level right now. And
our our team in the background, the locals from Las Vegas, Barry and T Money, and with they have some help as well. They are planning all those locations, right? And we are doing the workshops there, and also want to bring all the old OGs from the city as well, so we can just have a cool meetup and teach the people to be their own bank, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. So thanks for interrupting me. I just needed to explain like which way we want to go. So we want to go with the stake app way, and there we bring together the people. We explain first stuff a bit about Hex and Pulse, and then we invite everybody who wants to set up his first wallet. It will be the stake app wallet. We will provide some paper and pens for them and covers to put their private key in secretly. Actually, I realized that I will also offer on this meeting, with a lot of people where they are sit not next to each other, and nobody makes some pictures. No, forget about it. Sorry. No, I can't speak about that in on the live stream. But I during the last few weeks, I bought myself a new job, like crypto customer support, and I made a lot of progress and experience when it comes to new people into crypto, and even showing them the best user interfaces there is and the easiest mechanics there are. You can still have troubles with that. And for example, yesterday I spent the half of the day searching for the correct private key to some HEX Stakes.
So Patrick, to do cryptocurrency is really hard. We are just at the beginning. All the cryptocurrencies are basically shit, right? Richard Hart just went through all of them and told us how many flaws there are. And Archie S is saying, for example, do you think Richard will improve security with his version of MetaMask that he wants? Because MetaMask is still so clunky, right? And I bet Richard Hart could improve if he want to, but there are so many things to do.
Not right now, I guess. So
yeah,
right now
just
we
other
will
things,
still
right?
go with the old system, just to invite all the crypto people. And if this gets more and more clunky, then he will switch over. And I don't know like what Richard will do then, because what I know from the get-go, Fireban and Steph will build a better user interface than MetaMask because they already have their app user interface. So I guess for them it's not that hard to make it nicely looking for the Pulse chain as well. And I still don't get it why you need anything else than Hex on the Pulse chain.
One reason why
stable coins maybe.
One reason I just mentioned the stake app is because what we did in the sacrifice phase and of course before as well is onboarding people through the MetaMask. And how hard was that? What was your experience with that?
Yeah, MetaMask is definitely harder to onboard. So for example, please, especially if you're writing down a private key the first time, take your time and reread every letter of every word again. If you have a private key where you know that only like one word might be incorrect, I already have some tricks to that since yesterday.
And then lately we have the problem if you use the Chrome browser, it doesn't work. It's better to use the Firefox. You see, there are so many problems with that.
Yeah, and in the first months of Hex, it was like Firefox wasn't working that well, Chrome was working better.
And this is why we choose to do our onboarding in the future, and especially in the US road trip with the stake app. Because like, how awesome is that to have no failed transaction? You have everything on your phone, on your fingertip.
Yeah.
You are your own bank. This is just crazy. And this is gonna make the life of people so much easier, because people that are new in crypto, they need exactly that, I think. So what else do we have here? We have a lot of people in the chat. I'm typing like crazy today. So guys, feel free, if you have questions, if you maybe have ideas already, just put them in the chat there so we can discuss that. And what else is there to talk about? We talked about the cars. We have not one as we thought it would have be. It's not only an old car; it's gonna be an awesome 2 cars. We talked about the workshops we're gonna do. We made a shout out to all the people to go into the US
road trip chat,
yeah, and mention where your state is, where you're living, where your city is, and so we can generate
you
a
don't
lot
need
of
to
points,
dox yourself. If you just say, okay, I live near blah blah blah, and just like put this city, this bigger one, into the chat and say, okay, let's make a meetup there. So you don't need to give me your address or something I'm not asking for that. Just if you want to have a visit in your state, maybe you can tell us where we should go in your state. So for example, I know already people from California, from Nevada, from Texas, from Florida, from New York, from Boston, from Chicago, but in the middle of America. So what is there? North Carolina, South Carolina, then there is, and then to the left, those states. You see, I was never in the school in America. I know you guys needed to know like each and every state, I guess. So it was the same in my country, but I have 9 states. And so in the middle of America, we are still like a bit without a good plan where to go. And some points aren't fixed, but some points are like on our list as well, what we want to see. So yeah, I hope together we can plan an awesome time and make it the biggest promotion for Hex and Pulse we ever saw.
So my goal for this road trip is to bring Hex to $7. Finally, I want to see my $7, and I hope it's gonna be at the end of the trip.
So, it must be hard, not if each and every week I tell you it's not going to happen next week, it's not going to happen next week.
I will laugh so hard when it happens. You would not believe. Now I forgot what I wanted to say next.
Okay, do we have any questions in the chat?
Well, we have somebody here. Andreas Lawrence is saying,
how are the gas fees right now? I can tell you that in a second.
Andreas Lawrence is saying, just want to send some greetings to Patrick. Of course, also Abbott, but especially to Patrick. Nice journey you took. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for that.
Thanks.
Really kind.
Danke vielmals, Andreas.
Hex Blue is in the chat, Metallic Elmo, RCS, Hex Farmer, so many people. We have so many more people in the English chat than in the German community even, right? The German community is just so small, but really, really intense. And here the Americans, they are just going crazy.
Yeah, there's still a lot of opportunity ahead of us. So the European communities in general are still small and growing slower than the English communities, and I'm also some in the Spanish community, and it's also growing, but still on the same smaller base. So I don't know if it's like the mindset of investing which makes a difference here, that Americans are like more open-minded when it comes to riskier investments. German people tend to think like everything besides putting money into your bank is high risk, and don't realize that actually just putting your money into the bank is high risk. But yeah, slow and step by step we are getting there, and I hope when we show them what is possible, as German people in America, for example, they will be so motivated then next year, or when it's possible again without problems on the traveling around, then I hope we can do the same in Europe as well, because driving through Europe after America would be a nice thing to do as well.
Just as you mentioned Europe, I think like 30 minutes ago when we started the chat, somebody said, "Oh, Patrick, it's awesome that you do the Europe tour as well." This is somebody else in the community that is planning the Europe trip, right?
I mean, it's not about a Europe trip.
Or meetup, something like this.
So
it's
guys,
really early.
This is just an idea yet. I need to unwind something here, because I got invited to the HexCon 2022 chat room by saying, let's plan a European meetup there. without knowing that RG3, the owner of the chat room, didn't want to confuse everybody and want to plan first the next American meetup and then also keep like the same minds together for the European meetup. And so first of all, those guys are for the next US meetup, and during that time we can also already like start the process of the European ones. I know a lot of people mentioned Amsterdam. Some people had liked the hotel I recommended, and I also have somebody else reached out to me from my German community who is like a event planner and has multiple companies and so on, for doing that in Mallorca, in Spain, on the Iceland.
On an island?
Island. Oh, thanks.
So Metallic Elmo is saying, yeah, the HEX conference will be in Las Vegas, but we can plan a separate European meetup. Well, I think people and Hexicans especially, they are planning already, and things like this will happen in the future.
Exactly.
I'm 100% sure.
So what I would love to see is that in Europe right now, local people make local meetups, because that far it's possible. But what it's still with problems, or might be with problems, is hopping through different countries. And that's why let's stick to America, because America is a cool country. Most of the community is there. Most of the states are good to travel around, and let's then evolve to Europe,
Exactly.
So that we don't need to have all these confusions. We don't need to have all these split groups. The split groups would be nice to make in smaller meetups, just bring out the word, speak about Hex and Pulse, and that's it. We don't need to sell anybody anything, because we already get our trust as interest. But don't keep it just for yourself.
The most important thing is that you go out and have fun. This is what we do with our road trip. We just want to have fun, and the workshops we do, it's written like work, but it's not at all. It's all fun. And it's cool what we see here in the chat. Hex Farmer is saying, let's have a Hex Euro riot. I don't know what he means with the riot, but imagine having a road trip in Europe right now with all the restrictions, all the different countries, with all the different laws. Would be crazy. But America is just beautiful for what we are doing right now.
Exactly. So, and Metallic Elmo also says, let's first meet in Vegas next time. That's true. So our starting point will also be in Vegas. So all the people who are like in Nevada, or I know 2, 3, 4, 5 Hexicans living in Vegas or something, we will be there soon. So come in the chat room and let's talk about everything.
So I think it's going to be around the 1st of September, right?
Yeah.
When we start in Vegas, and I think we're going to be in Vegas for a little longer than we normally would be. So I guess like the first 2 weeks going to be Vegas, and that's where we have our first workshop. We wanted to have it there because we have our local team there. They can support us, and then in other cities, of course, then our local team is not with us anymore, and then we are more dependent on the Hexicans, on the local Hexicans in each city.
Yeah, and then let's see like how it works out, everything, because actually we are not used to have a life that planned. We are not really like planners. It's like, what are we going to eat tomorrow or to do tomorrow? Yeah, let's see. I mean, we have some appointments and all this stuff, but it's not that strict, and if we do the stuff today, or if we do the stuff tomorrow because we care more about our community than about the other stuff, then it is like it is, and maybe you guys can help us to change that.
The thing is,
know everything ahead.
Patrick and I, we are so lazy. When I back then, like 1.5 years ago, started my YouTube channel, I did like one video in a month. Patrick the same, but only when we connected, like we started doing more and more. And then like in Mexico, how lazy were we in Mexico? Like 3 months only in the pool, only in the on the beach. And now we are just like doing every day we do a little bit more than yesterday, and things are piling up. It's just crazy what we have to plan. Nowadays, I really have a schedule. I need to do a schedule to plan my things that I want to talk to so many people. I couldn't do that like 3 months ago because I was just lazy as hell. But the Hex is just getting the best out of me. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, now we are retired and now we bought ourselves new full-time jobs. I bought myself crypto customer support and do like some marketing and dealing with other people's stuff and so on.
So people are loving my $7. We are not so far away from that anymore, right?
No, we are not that. I mean, what is far? You know,
I mean,
far
I
is
think
relative.
people see
Crypto
that
can go higher as we can imagine. You know?
Exactly. So somebody else with any question, just hit them out there. We will answer them. I know somebody was asking about the ETH fees. You have it here on your tab. You want to show it?
Yeah, they are like volatile as fuck, and it's about $30 to get into Hex and $30 to get out of Hex, and we really need the Pulse chain as soon as possible.
Exactly. So then remove that again, right? Or you have
Yeah,
anything else to say about that?
Yeah.
All right. So Hex Farmer, Crypto Sparbuch must stay at the Otto Wolf Ranch here. I don't know what the Otto Wolf Ranch here is, but it sounds cool. If you invite us, we will come. Just come to our chat, tell us the state and the city, and maybe start planning something. We are both in the chat. We have our local team in the chat. And what you will also find there is other Hexicans from your place where you can connect and help us even more making an awesome workshop.
Exactly. So anything else, guys? Because, you know, we are not about to make 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hour streams. If you still have any questions about Hex and Pulse, you can also ask them right now as to finish the stream. Or otherwise, yeah, please come into our new chats if you want to get a visit from the Hexicans in America. And, you know, I really like to connect with local people because they know where are the best restaurants. They know where are like the nicest spots for a great view. They know like where which nice comedy show or football game or I don't know, whatever, you know. I know like Crypto Coffee likes to play darts. Maybe there is a dart club in where he's at and so on. So
100% we will find something. So first of all, Bree is saying $300 in 2023. I'm Hex Genius and I have said this. Bree is awesome. She makes awesome content on Twitter, and in the second phase, she even made a strategy that like brought me some ideas. So thanks, Bree, for that. Thanks for your $300 prediction 2023. Really keen of you to say that. So first, let's reach the $7 in the next half a year.
It's
and
not
then
that you know that's not that keen. It's like I guess it's like Richard's random line.
Okay, yeah, maybe it's just a random line. So hoping at some point you might explain exit strategy for a noob. What could be an exit strategy for a noob?
An exit?
Yeah, an exit. And this is the problem. We don't understand the question because in Hex you never exit. In Hex, what you do is you just stake for longer.
I mean, for you Americans, it's pretty easy. You know, you can have your Hex. You can go into a stable coin. You can send the stable coin onto your Coinbase card and just spend it. I mean, I'm not a tax advisor. No, I know any tax code of America, but you know that there is a way. So it's not like that no Hexican can ever sell or something like that, and every Hexican is forced to stake for 5,555. No, staking is just an option, and it's like the best option there is in crypto, and it's a pretty awesome option. And we never touched our principle, I guess. No.
No, I never touched my principal. I actually even staked my interest as well. So Bree is saying you misunderstand. Once you enter this castle, you will never leave. And this is the great thing. The T-shirts, we talk about T-shirts a lot, right? The T-shirts are for me.
They talk about we don't talk that much about T-shirts.
We should talk about T-shirts more. So let's talk about T-shirts. The T-shirts. My next T-shirts or maybe my next stakes are coming out on my birthday in the next couple of months, and those are money printers, right? Those money printers, I will never get them back. And when I restake again, I have to stake longer to get my money printer the same size.
He will be like a pregnant woman. I know he will be like a pregnant woman because he will cry, oh, my T-shirts are gone, and then he will laugh, look at how much money I made. So I don't know, like which child you will give birth.
So somebody is saying B shares. I'm saying M shares.
M
What
shares.
would be below M shares, Patrick?
K shares.
K shares. Someday we will just call them one share, maybe.
Yeah, after K, it's just shares. You know?
All right. So you guys, if you have any more questions, please put them in the chat right now. I hope you already subscribed, of course. If not, this would be a chance to do so.
Do you think you will have a gray beard when we call them B shares or M shares?
Well, RGS is saying H shares. That's gonna be our share, like in a share for 1 hour. If when you can have tradable shares in the future, maybe. Crazy future we live in, man. Okay, in 10 years, a T share will be $1,
1 billion.
1 billion, and the daily payout will be thousands per day.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
1 in 10 years. Yeah, good. I have longer stakes than that, so it's good.
Benny builds in the house as well. So should a new Hexagon stake now and pay high ETH fees to get the HEX stake thingy, or wait for cheaper pulls?
It's a great question. It's the hardest I get all the time.
So what is the answer then? You already answered it 100 times, I guess.
I have already 2 answers to that. It depends. So the first thing is, it depends what kind of human you are. Do you want to just stake it, walk away, and come back in a long time frame and don't care at all about the next few weeks and months? Then go ahead and do it right now. And if you are not that kind of a human and want to look at your portfolio, especially in the next couple of weeks and months, then I would wait. Why? Because we are just 2, maybe 3 months ahead of Pulse Chain. And in those few months, the share rate is going to get up, but not that much. What would be really bad is if you don't have the HEX already, because then the HEX price and the HEX T share price can go against you. But then there is also the search strategy for people who already have sacrificed, who already have their HEX stakes from the past. They could maybe just create new stablecoin. No, how do you call it? Liquidity? Yeah, like your own liquidity, your own stablecoin liquidity, and play a risky game. But maybe this risky game plays out that you think with your forked stablecoins you can support the price on the Pulse chain.
Oh, maybe we can talk about the
But don't do that if you haven't sacrificed already, or if you don't already have the HEX you want to. And the thing is, more HEX is always better.
Oh, we have a question here from Michael, and he asked that question before as well. Do you answer this already? Yes, so we will answer this now, Michael. Do you think there will be an opportunity to get PHEX under a penny, or do you think bots will bring it to parity with EHEX too quickly for us to get in the second chance, just like HEX?
The second one, but I don't think it will be bots. I think it will be just the first price of PHEX. No, again, I hate prefixes, guys. I hate prefixes. And in the user interfaces, we don't need fucking prefixes.
HEX is HEX, right?
I would love to say HEX is HEX. And, as you have other coins who are traded across different blockchains, maybe it's also possible to just have HEX on the Ethereum chain and HEX on the Pulse chain. And I really like to frame it like that and not with any prefixes. And I don't think it will be bots, but there was one live stream where Richard mentioned that the first price of the HEX on the Pulse chain will get mirrored from the price at the time from the HEX on the Ethereum blockchain. So usually crypto markets tend to go up on announcements and tend to correct afterwards. Let's see if that is the case with Ethereum right now. Maybe today we saw like the last spike, and then we go down. If you want to go into HEX right now, it's not already went up again. No, never mind. Fees are bad right now. And really volatile. So if you have like a really bad fee, just wait a bit. 1 hour won't make, hopefully won't make a huge difference.
So Bree is saying, will pools be priced 10x from the start?
Pools?
Yes. Will pools be priced 10x from the start?
There is, so I don't know. And I haven't heard any theory about price from Richard, not anything. I have my own theory about that. So as we all know, we have 3 numbers when it comes to a cryptocurrency on the list, like this crap site who cannot list HEX properly, and then we have nomics.com, and the 3 main numbers there is always the price, the supply, and the market cap. And price times coins is market cap. So those 3 things we have, so in the camera. And what we can say right now, or what is my personal speculation, or what might be an assumption to come to the first price of pools, is that we say this number here, the market cap number, is all sacrifices. So I still wait for the final number because it's hard to tell, especially like what came in the last 3 days with this special volume bonus and so on. So I still wait for the final number of all sacrifices. With that number, we know the total supply of pools. And with those 2 numbers, when we say, okay, all sacrifices equals market cap for the first price, then we can take, and with those 2 numbers, what are you doing? Is okay?
Sorry, yeah.
Just checking if you're live still. Okay, yeah. Microphone working? Yeah, everything working. Good. So with those 2 numbers, the assumed market cap and the total supply, we can derive the first price. And that's like my personal speculation. Maybe that's done like that. What that means, that's even more interesting, like what that means than how to get to the first price. So if this is the case, that would mean that most of the market sits in a minus initially.
Sits in a minus and don't want to sell, right? There are just a few people on the top that could sell.
That's the thing, But
they're not selling. They are strong hands. That's a great thing.
Strong hands aren't sitting in the minus. I say the majority of the market sits in the minus because we have had this 1 to 2.5 volume ramp, and if you have like this average price, everybody who didn't get like the average volume ramp will sit in the minus.
And
you don't understand what I tell you. No?
Yeah, you will be in the minus. But do we get from the question we had before? Do we get the lower prices than a cent in pools? And do people
in pools? Yeah, pools will be lower than a penny, of course, because we have a huge total supply.
Maybe it was not a penny. Maybe he mentioned another
HEX on the pools chain. I guess it was like lower than a penny, and I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No,
but we have a lot of people.
I don't think that the first price of HEX on the pools chain won't be under 5 cents, maybe under 10, but strong support at 11.6.
I'm really happy to just sit here and watch the market going up and down. I will probably not do anything. What is your plan for the start when the market's gonna evaluate the price for pools? What are you gonna do?
I will watch really closely because new markets tend to be illiquid and irrational. If you watch the first day of HEX, you know what I'm talking about. And let's see what's possible there. Let's see if all the USDC will get freezed, because it's like possible. And maybe there are some other games from other liquidity providers, from other coins who don't care about pools chain, and then there is the other side, of the of the whales who are supporting the Pulse chain. There are a lot of people in the chat, and I guess that not everybody has everything already sacrificed, even if we got like huge amounts sacrificed. So I guess there are still people having dry powder left, to support prices. And I also think that there are people who don't like Richard, as it was always the case, who want to play against the new system. So let's see how this works out in irrational and illiquid markets.
It's going to be exciting. Hex Farmer is saying, Richard is not going to ensure anything. I think Richard will be patient. Why would Richard be patient? Let's look at the first days of the Hex launch, as you said.
Don't say anything stupid right now, because Hex Farmer is... I agree with you.
So what happened with Hex is that the price of the start when Hex launched actually went down. Is this something that could happen to Pulse as well?
Yeah, as I mentioned right now, there is the one side, who supports the Pulse chain network and the Pulse price, and there is the other side who does not. Like, simply does not, and this other side can be up to 10,000 coins. So I don't know how this works out, man. I really don't know. And I know crypto markets tend to be irrational and new markets tend to be illiquid. So if there is like just a little tiny bit of liquidity in the first few weeks, because the market needs to grow, it's not like poof, market like stock market or New York Stock Exchange or so. So needs time to grow. Just look back like on the first few weeks of Ethereum, huge spikes. Look back at Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't even had a price when it came out or something like that. So it was all social consensus, and this is pretty irrational in the first few weeks and months of a new market. And maybe we get huge opportunities ahead of us, or you just lean back and forget everything for 4 weeks. Not forget, so like leave everything for 4 months, not weeks, and look again like in January, 1st of January. You can have a look and look, okay, what is my Pulse bag right now, what is my Hex bag right now. And
so Baggio is saying the FUD will be strong with the laughing smiley. What do you think would be FUD? The people said Hex.
I don't know if it will be strong. There is it's possible, but I don't know if it's likely.
People said Hex is a scam back then, right? Today we teach them what was right and what was wrong, and they were totally wrong about Hex. And I don't know if they are gonna say the same about the second project of Richard Hart when Hex made 3,500x. It's hard to call it a scam then.
I mean, I already wrote the first FUD article about like Pulse, but with no argument. So even worse than the FUD articles back when Hex launched, they were better than this one, So I see not that much headwind. I get headwind, yeah. It's called ahead of us, and that's why maybe there won't be a huge dip in the Pulse price. Maybe it will start pretty low and then like the chart just goes up, and all the people who are just stupid for not wait a bit and just sit out their loss right now, they just wait a bit, let the market evolve. And for example, if you went all in on day one in Hex and got the worst rate for a few months possible, then still after half a year you were smiling and happy and everything was good. But no, there were people who went all in the first day and then they sold on day 30 with a 90% loss.
Well, I guess we need those people, right? Without those people, we wouldn't have so much fun in cryptocurrency.
I mean, as Richard tells you, money flows from the impatient to the patient. And patience in Hex is called proof of weight. And proof of weight is we get there by just stake our Hex stake like you want, stake some hex here, some hex there, some hex to this time, some hex for your children, some hex when you want to buy a car, some hex when you need a new washing machine. No, I don't know.
This sounds like financial freedom, what you just explained. They're beautiful. I think those words were perfect for our ending here. We are almost, you're already over 1 hour. And you know, guys, the Crypto Sparbook is always going to keep it really short and simple. If you want to put anything else in the chat, now is your chance. Please also, you guys, like and subscribe. I hope you have clicked the bell because there's so much awesome content coming from the Crypto Sparbook in the near future, right? So Ben is saying, dang, I missed the show. Don't worry, you can just rewind and watch it again.
Yeah, it's live. It's on YouTube.
Welcome back to America. We are not in America yet, because we want to go to the Vegas meetup in 2022, and this is why we had to do some planning, and we will enter America in 1 month, and the 1st of September about.
Exactly. So we are back soon in America. Right now we are outside, but not in the EU. So we will be able to come back to the States soon, and looking forward to meet everybody who wants to get meted from us. And I hope we can fill up the new road trip chat step by step and put together an awesome time. And everybody who wants to contribute, who wants to do something together with us, is getting help from us, cooperation from us, because I like to say, I was like looking into a lot of network marketing stuff in the past, and they always have those multi-level marketing structure, but they always have like some smart leaders on top, and then it goes like this, and Hex could be a network marketing system without the MLM system, because when the hex price goes up, everybody in our community profits.
Oh yeah, that's so true. It's just beautiful what you said. Yeah, guys. All right, this is the end of the show. Thanks for everybody who watched it. Thanks for liking and subscribing, of course. And right now, the most important thing that you could do for us is go to the Telegram chat.
And just speak with us, share your thoughts. We don't want to plan every hour just by ourselves for the next months. So let's do it together. Let's speak, let's communicate, and let's have an awesome time together in the States. So yeah. To everybody out there, enjoy the hex gains, enjoy the trustless interest we are getting, enjoy the new live streams of Richard reaching out to different communities. I guess this is helping a lot, and this is why I also see another breakout ahead of us in the hex price until we get finally to the pulse chain, until we can finally leave this old or this high free structure chain, let's call it like that to be nice. And we will call it a day. Thanks guys for joining in. I hope to see you soon. And
the next stream is tomorrow on German. You can still drop by and leave some love, and we'll see us next time.
Exactly. Goodbye, guys.